Halloween H20, a movie that was once revered and known as an amazing and triumphant ending to a legendary franchise, to a movie that's completely overshadowed by its successor 20 years later. Halloween H20, you falling out of favor, partner. What's going on, Spooky Gang? It's your boy Tech. Welcome back to Terror of Tech. I hope y'all having a blessed day. So, judging by the title, y'all knew I was coming back with a part 2 for this thing, and it's horror takes that'll get you killed. And for the people who didn't see part 1 of this video, I'll make sure I post that video right here. And so for this video, the horror take that is going to get me killed is that Halloween 2018 is a better movie than Halloween H20, and it does a better job at reintroducing the original storyline. Now, I already know what a lot of y'all thinking. Everybody holds H20 in such high regard and does have a lot of great aspects to it, but when it comes to 2018 just capitalized on all that and just made everything better, and we're gonna dive into why right now. Before we begin this video, go ahead, subscribe and join the Spooky Gang. We're on the road to 1K subs. Like I said, with each video we get more and more subscribers, so the more we can continue this momentum and keep the ball rolling, then the more content I'll be able to push out to you guys and the more people that'll see it, and shit, it just worked out for everybody. So go ahead, subscribe to the kid, join the Spooky Gang, like the video, and let's get this thing started. So to start off, for why I believe Halloween 2018 is better than Halloween H20 is the continuity aspect. Halloween 2018 maintains a direct connection to the original 1978 film and almost providing a seamless continuation of the story, while H20 sort of disregards many of the previous sequels, which creates a lot of inconsistencies in the franchise's timeline. So yeah, when we're talking about from the continuity aspect, Halloween H20 is supposed to be a direct sequel from the first one and the second one. You have to think in between the first film and the second film, you have Halloween 3, which doesn't really count towards the Michael Myers Halloween films. You have Halloween 4, where the story is mainly geared around Laurie's daughter being Jamie. And then Halloween 5 is also geared around her as well. Halloween 6 still has her as well, but sort of starts to veer off into the whole Curse of Thorn thing. And then you have Halloween H20, which completely ignores 4, 5, and 6. Me personally, I'm a big fan of Halloween 4. 5 isn't so good, and I'm a fan of 6 as well, and I think it's a very underrated movie. When you have Halloween H20 that's just completely ignoring a lot of the events that happen in 4 through 6, Halloween 2018 is a direct sequel from the first night, from the 1978 original. So there is no Halloween 2 in this timeline. There is no Halloween 4, 5, 6, 7, all of them. So all of those don't exist. It's just straight from the original to 2018. And the way that they blend that in and basically showing that, after the events of Halloween night in 1978, so all those years of, all the lore and the mythology and things that we come up for why Michael does his killing and why he does this, that, and the other, and all those extra storyline of characters is eliminated, and it's not even something that you would really even miss anyway. So then moving on to tone and atmosphere. Tone and atmosphere is honestly the biggest reason why I feel like H20 didn't age as well as it should have, and why 2018 is better. Halloween 2018, it captures the essence of the original film's suspenseful and eerie atmosphere while still maintaining that sense of dread throughout it, whereas H20 adopts more of a self-aware, that 90s Scream, horror movie vibe, which honestly, if we're being completely honest, didn't overly resonate with me that well. Listen, I respect Scream and everything that Scream provided to the horror genre, but a lot of those movies in the late 90s were just like almost rinse and repeat of everything that we saw in Scream. And Halloween H20 falls victim to that as well. When we think about, setting wise, we are out in California as opposed to being Haddonfield, Illinois. Those are two completely different looking settings. So you just have everything just being so bright and vibrant. And then they're in this, sort of like academy school setting. And it just, nothing feels real dark and eerie. Now, don't get me wrong. When it goes back to the scene in the beginning with Marion, that was great. Everything leading up to that point was great. But as soon as you get out of Haddonfield and go straight to California and we see Michael Myers on this road trip, it didn't feel like Halloween at all. And not necessarily just like Halloween the franchise, but Halloween the time of year and the holiday. It didn't feel like that at all when you just have everything being so bright. You barely see any leaves. They tried to have like different little Halloween decorations and stuff like that around the school, but it just still did not really give that atmosphere that we're really used to in a Halloween movie. Whereas in 2018, we actually see a bunch of people. We see people trick-or-treating. We see, you know, Michael when it's dark, and a lot of the movie it is dark. I mean, yeah, there are some daylight scenes for sure, but a lot of when we see Michael, it just everything just feels much more tense. It just feels much more serious, and that Michael is this big boogeyman that he's actually portrayed out to be. And I'm not even going to get started on the look and the design of Michael Myers, because that CGI mask in Halloween H20 was complete dog shit. So we're not even going to get into that. Halloween 2018's design and Michael Myers' portrayal was significantly better. So as far as character development, this one is really a toss-up, because I know a lot of people like the Laurie that's in H20, and I for sure respect the Laurie that's in that movie. The more you think about it, it's almost like two different flavors of the same thing, because in both of the films, you can see the impact that Michael has had on her being such an alcoholic in H20, and, you know, drinking and doing everything she can to avoid and try to forget, as if like Michael Myers doesn't even exist. Whereas in 2018, it's not necessarily as much of her doing the drinking and stuff like that, trying to forget Michael. It's her being in a shell and just being locked away and always being prepared for that moment when Michael comes free again. And when you look at the ending of both of those films, the way Laurie is in the end of H20, that's one thing I'm not going to argue. She was a complete badass in that. If the ending of H20 would have been the ending of the franchise, it would have been the best ending of any franchise ever. Like, I mean, you could put in the Friday the 13th, Scream, Nightmare, Chucky, or Child's Play, excuse me, Texas Chainsaw, Hellraiser, The Ring. It doesn't matter what it is. That would have been the greatest cap off. That would have capped everything off beautifully, and there really wouldn't have been a need for a 2018. But of course, you fuck that up with Halloween Resurrection. So you, unfortunately, to a degree, because of Halloween Resurrection is a direct correlation to Halloween H20, the ending doesn't feel as impactful, because we know, you know, the beginning of Resurrection explains the ending of Halloween H20, even though I think it's a shit way to go in a movie, but that's a different story. But in terms of the character development in Halloween 2018, you see she is afraid of Michael, but she did everything that she could to always be prepared for when he did return. And when he did return, you know, she didn't show too much fear in that last scene with the house. You know, she was doing everything that she could to protect Karen and Allison. And once they finally trapped Michael down in the basement, that also is a really good ending as well. And that, if they would have kept this movie off right there, I wouldn't say that it would have been the greatest ending to a horror franchise, but it still would have been one of the better ones for sure. But instead, obviously, we see with Halloween Kills, Michael didn't blow up in the house or anything like that. He comes out, but Halloween Kills is a badass movie, so all is forgiven. So everything's good when it comes to that, because Halloween Kills is definitely not a Halloween Resurrection, so we ain't even gonna get that twisted. But yeah, and then, I mean, and then from a visuals and cinematography aspect, that still kind of goes to the tone and atmosphere. The visuals and the setting and the shots that we get to see, especially in Halloween 2018, when we're pan over, sort of like over Michael's shoulder, and you see him walking in the neighborhood while everybody's, you know, where everybody's going out and trick or treating, and walks up behind the girl and rams the knife through the back of her head while she was looking out the window. Like, I mean, see, that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, though it's just beautifully shot. It's just one pan shot, just following him over his shoulder as he's walking through the town. Is very reminiscent of the first movie when Tommy Doyle is walking home. It definitely reminds me of that. And then just to cap it off, in general, I don't want this video to be a video that's just like straight up shitting on H20, because H20 is not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. But what Halloween 2018 did and gave us was everything, for the most part, that we should have saw in H20. If Halloween 2018 would have had H20's ending, boy, that's a masterpiece right there. Shoot, if you do Halloween 1 and that back to back, I mean, you damn near got a perfect 1-2 punch. I mean, I love Halloween and Halloween 2 because Halloween 2 is my favorite of the entire franchise. But still, even that can rival it significantly. Halloween 2018 is better than its predecessor, and that just is what it is. But that's all I got for y'all today, Spooky Gang. Y'all comment down below what y'all think. If y'all think Halloween 2018 is better than Halloween H20, or if you like Halloween H20 a little bit more. Remember, on this channel, all opinions are welcomed, accepted, and respected. So don't feel any type of way about you dropping your comment down below. I look forward to it. I read all of the comments. I like all the comments. So feel free to go ahead and drop that down below. I'm interested to see what everybody thinks. Like I said in the beginning, subscribe to the kid. Road to 1K subs. We getting there. We're almost at 200 subs now. Probably after I upload this video, we'll probably hit that. And of course, I'll catch y'all next time. Stay spooky.